in most cases, you don't really need to invest in your personal brand on the internet as a PM. People are sort of missing the order in which to do things. There are many highly successful PM leaders who made tremendous impact, who I learn from all the time, who made a lot of money that you've never heard of. They have like 50 followers on Twitter. Like I just had 2,000 followers or less 2 years ago. I was an extremely, capable product leader, right? Like, but not many people knew about me. And that was fine. I was doing fine. So I do see a lot of, especially young people who have good intentions, who think that they need to tweet more and they need to like put things out there to create a personal brand. But if you're doing it at the expense of spending time, because it's all trade-offs, right? Like that time has to come from somewhere. So I would say the main thing you need to do is just focus on getting more competent. Like say you have a great brand, but I now interview you because of your brand. I can tell in 10 minutes that something's off. And then I'll ask a few more questions. And within an hour, I have a pretty high confidence that the tweets are great, but the insights are low. Of course, now, if you love tweeting, if that is your passion, or by all means do it. But many people, they feel guilty that like, oh, I'm not tweeting. That means I'm not creating a brand. That means I'm like doing a disservice to my career. No, absolutely not. You don't have to tweet. So that's just tweeting. Personal brand is a lot more than tweeting, but I just wanted to call that out. The way you invest in your personal brand, in addition to competence, is through close relationships, right? Because even before, like when I had 1,000 followers on Twitter and like whatever, right? Like I had a spectacular network. If there was any role open in the Valley, I knew about it, almost any role, because I had kind of intentionally invested in that network. I'd met friends with executive recruiters, right? Most people ignore executive recruiters. Like, don't bother me, don't email me, etc. I make friends with them. Not all of them. Some of them I don't feel like making friends with, but some are really great. And I send them candidates, right? Even if I'm not looking, I'm like, hey, you should talk to this person. And then I'm also kind of talking to product leaders in many places. The point is, again, I'm not saying do what I did. My point is, it can be a private brand. It doesn't have to be like this public, world-facing brand for you to kind of succeed in your career aspirations.